extreme right-wing terrorist who killed 51 people after attacking 2 mosques in Christchurch in New Zealand will now spend the rest of his life behind bars without parole.
In just a moment, we'll be speaking to Wasseim Alsati, who, along with his 4-year-old daughter, was shot 3 times in the attack.
Joined now by Wasseim Alsati, who was shot several times, along with his young daughter, as they attended prayers. They both sustained life-changing injuries. Good morning to you, Wasseim, and thank you for being with us on Good Morning Britain. We're going to honour what you're doing in your country by not naming him throughout the interview, which is quite an important thing, isn't it, I think, for you. But you did face him, didn't you, on the second day of sentencing. I can't imagine, as a father of a young daughter who was, you know, whose life has been completely shattered by this man, how you must have felt in court. Just give us a sense of why you wanted to be there and what you felt.
Good morning to you and good morning to all Britain. I done it not just only for myself. I done it for my family and for my daughter as well. I had to face him to show my daughter the strength that I have. It's become from my daughter, not just from myself.
Facing him would have reminded you of that horrible day. Can you put into words, can you describe what it was like, put into words what was going through your mind, the concern, the awful concern you must have felt for your daughter, not knowing what was going to happen?
When we went to the court, we thought he's going to be in a cage. He will not be access to see us. So the first day of the court, the first 15 minutes of the first day, I took my daughter with me to the court, and then when I have asked the court advisor that he will be sitting and he will be watching and he will be listening, I decided that I doesn't want to take my daughter. I sent her back home. He don't deserve to see my angel. He's a devil person, and I don't want a devil to see an angel. So and it was a lot of emotion in the whole court. We was all holding tight with each other. We was all looking after each other and try to say what kind of sentencing is he going to get.
And of course,
yes,
there are the terrible physical injuries that both you and is it Alen? Is that how we pronounce your little girl's name?
Alen. Yes.
Alen, yeah. To think of an adult, you know, being shot 3 times is horrendous, but to think of a tiny little person being shot 3 times is absolutely the worst. I can't think of anything worse. And we can see her here. You're with your crutch and she's in her wheelchair. What does she know of what has actually happened? Because she's so little. And I understand that she actually blames you in some way because she doesn't understand what happened.
That's right. That's right. Me and Alen, we always run together. We hold hands when we're running. Before the attack, of course, I haven't been able to run with my daughter for about 18 months now. But in that particular time, we was running together, holding hands in a minute, leaving hands in the second. And the only thing that she remembered that when I hold her up from her chest, and when I hold her up, lift her up, she got the bullet through her stomach and her back and her toast as well. And then at the time, I have give the killer my side, and I had at that time a bullet through my stomach and 2 to my hip. And she remembered that I threw her between the footpath and the cartwheel, and I jump on top of her. So that's the only things that she remembered before she started losing a lot of blood and going to a long coma.
So what does she say to you about what she remembers and what she thinks that actually happened?
Until 2 months ago, she was always blaming me at night time. Why have you done this to me? And why did you throw me? And when it comes to a serious matter between me and my daughter and my wife, she always preferred to be away from me. And I was always understand that. It was a lot hard to me. My wife always explained to her that it's not his fault. And sometimes when she would like me to buy her a present, she said, "Daddy, I forgive you." And I buy her the present, and then when she's mad, she's like, "I'm mad at you, Father."
I mean, that's awful, Wasseim, for a father to be blamed by a daughter. But that moment when she said, "I forgive you," what's going through your mind then?
I cried because I couldn't explain to her what exactly happened until 2 months ago. She started remember what had happened, what he was wearing, why did we got shot, what have we done to him? Because I always teach my children. I've had 4 children. I always teach them there is a consequences for every act. And
Wasseim, tell us what if there is. It's very difficult to think of anything positive. Of course, you are both alive, and I'm so sorry that, you know, it's good that you're able to talk to us about it. And I know that's one of the things you've understood, isn't it? That you can't hold everything and you've got to talk about it. That's the only way to sort of protect your mental health in many ways is to talk about it. But what has this sentencing done for New Zealand? What has it done for the Muslim community? Is there any positive that has come out of it, do you think, in terms of how the Muslim community is better understood and accepted in some ways?
It's not just only the sentencing. I will get back to the sentencing in a minute. So on the 15th of March, I have saw a lot of love and passion from all New Zealand people, not just only from the white or from the Maori. It was all New Zealand people. They have giving flowers and love and hakas. And after 18 months, they have done the same in the sentencing. So that's me, and we haven't been forgotten. It's just not only a motion time and it's been let go. So that's mean we are still in their heart and they still pray for us. And that's mean a lot to us. And then the sentencing have given us a good relief that we was very worried about different bits and pieces. When I have given my statement in the court, he showed any emotion except he laughed when I told him that I was shot. And me and my daughter, we both got injured, and you couldn't kill us because it was a little bit of distance and you don't know how to use the weapon except from a 0 distance. He tried to laugh and make it funny, but I was very mean of it because everyone he have shot, they shot them in the back before they face him.
And how is your daughter? Alen spent 4 months receiving specialist treatment, didn't she? How is she now, and what are your hopes for the future?
I want her to be able to go back as normal kid and to be able to run properly, not just only to walk for about 5 to 7 minutes, and then she will feel very exhausted. We still hold on to her wheelchair. We try to encourage her to walk and to walk properly, but the damage that it has been done to her hip and to her leg, it's a permanent damage. But as a father, I'm looking at my daughter. She's absolutely normal, even if she's not. Even if she cannot see properly, she only can see 30%. She cannot see everything. She wake up at night terrified and asking me why I can't see, Daddy. I don't remember that I had a good sleep since the attack, but I'm getting all my strength just for my daughter.
My kids are older, but I remember when my kids were younger, and I thought I didn't worry about myself as much. I worried more about my children and the situations they'd find themselves in. And I can't imagine what this will do for you and the way you think of your children. I mean, you must worry so much, and you will for a long time.
I am very worried. I can't tell you how much I am worried. I am really upset, really sad. I want the best of my children. I remember the start of me coming to New Zealand. I work hard as much as I can just to make sure that I am giving them everything they want. Sometimes we go out to buy some things and I forget to buy what I want to buy for myself just to make sure that I give them what they want.
Well, Wasseim, I know you said that even strangers came to see you when you were in hospital, that the love that you and all the other survivors have felt from the New Zealand population and from the world. I hope that that is of some comfort to you and to Alen as you continue your recovery. Thank you so much for talking to us on the programme this morning, and such bravery to talk so calmly about something that I think none of us can possibly imagine what you've been through. Thank you so much. God bless.
I had one wish from you, if that's okay.
Yes.
I would like you and all my fellow Britons just to keep praying for me and my daughter, just to get past this. The sentencing has finished and we want to start a new chapter in our life. Just keep praying for us.
Well, that is a very simple request, and one that I'm sure many of us will follow through on. Take care of yourself. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.